Hello. Heather's just like wild woman there. Go back in your stable, Miss Heather. How are you guys today? Crazy day. Crazy day. That's all I can say. Ooh, look, I found this first. It found me. Oh, do I have speaker off? I always forget that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So many things, so many things, so many things, so many things. Hold on, I'm coming. Boom. See ya. Come back to me. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Now I gotta get the comments up here. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Mary. Hey, Christina. Does this look familiar, Christina? It's adapted from children to mother, to grandmother. Hi, Bailey, if you're watching. So, today, look at my sign, it's crazy. So here's the new words. Facebook changes again. I think you guys can see that pretty much. So I can say the word share, but you guys cannot write it down below in the comments. This is so crazy what they keep making us do. So instead you can say bless, spread the love, sprinkle the love, whatever in the comments, but I can say share my video. Okay? They're still with the funky little emojis. That hasn't changed. And you know where to find me at NonnasNuttykrafts, and I'm Carolynne. And today I'm wearing my Wreath Makers Live for 2019 shirt. Hello. Hey Pam, hey Deborah. Hey Deb, how are you? Did I miss anybody? Did I get Pam? Okay, gotcha. So late night, yes. I didn't plan to do it because I'm usually in my design class, but I said, I'm going to play hooky tonight because it's a holiday weekend coming up and probably a lot of y'all will be going away. I'm not. I'll be here. But that's okay. I love being here. Love my house. So let's get going what I do. So last night, remember those of you that were on, I was talking about the sign and what to do, and I was asking you, hey Susan, hey Janet, what kind of ribbon to use? And I have been racking my brain out. It's like one of those things where you just overthink it again and again and again, and then you walk away from it, then you come back and you overthink it, and I'm like, why am I overthinking this? So I came up, if you can see here, this is like a light blue that's over here, which would go because it kind of forms in this blue here. But then I found this mesh, which is like a gray blue. It has some light blue all in it. I don't know if you guys can really see it good. Of course, I have a blue shirt on, the blue. But, hey Sherry, hey Carol, hey Susan, how are y'all? Hey Jacqueline, how is everybody this evening? So, I decided to use this. And I went back and forth. I had a bigger red frame, but I didn't have enough of this. So, I went with this. This is a little bit smaller. I think this one measures, what, 10? Where are we? 10, 12, this is about 12-inch base on the wide side of it. So I figured once I decided to do ruffles and putting the sign in it, it would probably still be cool, you know, with them. I'm going to stab myself with those things. So, yes, bless my page, please, please, please. So, that's the way we're going to go. Hopefully it won't go flying off the table. And then I went back and forth with the ribbons. I can't tell you how many ribbons. I had yellows and greens and red, all kinds of things. I came back to this. I always had the red one, but it was what I was going to use. And then I decided to use the chevron. I know, weird. I think tire tracks, you know. So this is how much I think. And of course the red and white to go around, you know, the sign. And then we got all these other fancy ribbons, and there's two colors I have of this one here, which you guys are going to have to help me with because my brain just said no more. So, yeah, this, I think I got this from Hobby Lobby, I think. I want to say Hobby Lobby. It was Christmas time. It's an odd number. So I have 6 in the middle, and I think it was, how many on the outside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sometimes you can get away with it and have 2 of the same ribbons together. When I have an odd number like that, I'd rather just keep all the tails the same, so I don't have to worry about 2 of them being close together. If it's on top where the bow is, it doesn't matter, because you may be able to get rid of one and your bow would be covered there. So it's kind of like that. So I use kind of everything. I have Dollar Tree frames, Michael's frames, Hobby Lobby frames. I buy them from different, you know, vendors or people. So, and this was one I actually found. I think I have a bunch of silver ones, small silver ones in there too. So I decided white would go. And here I have, oh, and I cut all these little gizmos out too, because I had red and white I was going to use, and this is like a webbing. So I don't know how it's going to look. We're going to see. I was thinking, like, you know, the weathered driftwood, like along the beach, you know, or seaweed, I don't know, dead seaweed netting. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So this is kind of materializing as we go, since I was driving myself crazy with it. So that being said, I took, this is, I think this is 12-inch long. Yeah, this is 12-inch mesh, and I cut them at 15 inches each. So I'll have maybe, I think I have like 2 or 3 left over on my roll. You know how that goes. Always have some leftovers. And all I'm doing with this is I'm just making ruffles. Nothing fancy. The reason why I started this was because, you know, the mesh is kind of see-through, and I wanted to see if it would work. So I had cut 2, and I said, well, and then I kind of laid some tail. I did one up top here, and I laid some tails on it. I said, oh, it's going to be perfect. So that's the reason why I had started it before you guys came on. So with that being said, hey, Debbie, how are you? Janet, you know what? I got wise because the first couple of frames I bought, I didn't know when I first started about the odd numbers. I just went, oh, look, I can find this here. I don't have to get it shipped. And I was like, ah. And then I realized, well, what? I have an odd number. Didn't they always talk about even numbers like 8 and 10, you know? And so I learned. But still, depending on what you're doing, you know, the raised frames make it more poofier this way. And of course, the bigger you go, the more poofier. So I got some small ones, thinking some people may not want a really big one, you know, want something in between. Like, so I think I did list this as 22 inches. So, and it's probably going to be more like 20. So I'll have to change that. But it is listed in my Etsy shop. Ooh, where did I step on? Oh, God. I stepped on my glasses. Well, okay, Dollar Tree we go again. So it just depends what you know, you like. And, you know, just try them out. Just try them out. That's all I can say, my dear. Hey, Jacqueline. Oh, okay, you got it. Maria, Vicky, okay. Just want to make sure because my thing stopped over here again. Didn't I cut more? Yes, I did. I thought I cut them all. All right. So, house renovation, week 14. So the builder never showed yesterday, the original builder. He was supposed to bring materials. Never came. Said he was going to be here today. Never came. So when the second contractor or subcontractor came, he was like, are the tiles here? You know, like, and I was like, no. He goes, you know, I went down there and I waited at the shop, and he said, well, they didn't pull the tiles, and he didn't want to wait, and all this other stuff. So I was like, are you serious? So, and he had his crew here to start tiling. That didn't happen. So his crew worked on some things we had, you know, which were things they had to fix, like in our kitchen when they had done it. Some of the paint, they had paint the whole ceiling, but crown molding, they never did the one side crown molding. So we had them do that, and it was just, you know, little stuff. I don't know. Oh, and then upstairs, they had to take out one of the tiles in the floor because, oh, it's really wonky. one of the tiles was not set low. So it was up a little bit, so you could catch your toe on it, and you know, it's going to be me, the one that, you know, stubs my toe. So I was like, no, not, I wasn't, you know, I had told him this a couple of weeks ago, that I wasn't happy with that. So anyway, so he chiseled it out, put a new one down, and he goes, you know, this other one's squishy like a sponge. And I said, what do you mean squishy like a sponge? He goes, well, what the guy did, you have these things you scrape on the floor, trowels, I don't know, I think is what they call them. And he used the one that had very wide teeth or spaces in between it. He goes, for this one, you needed to use this small one. And I said, well, how do you know? He goes, because when I pulled, you know, the other tile up, you could see the rippling underneath. And I was like, seriously? He goes, so that's what's causing it. So there's not enough grout underneath it. I was like, you're kidding. So I said, please check them all. We have extra tiles. And I said, if they have to get more, I'm going to get more. I'm, you know, have to have it pulled out if it means it. So we fixed the one. He's going to, you know, look at it tomorrow, I guess. So tomorrow, supposed to have tile. You know how that is. Hey, Sally, how are you? So then I just happened to go on my Facebook. I don't know why. The contractor, the main one, said that he shows me pictures of the tile he's supposed to be getting. And I look, and the floor tile, the shower, is supposed to be like these little circles, like octagon shape or round ones, you know, back in like from the 50s kind of style, like. And he has these stones that look like they were sliced in half. And I went, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what we talked about. And this is what he does. And then he tries to blame it on me that, you know, I changed it. I said, no, from day one. Day one. Let's go review my videos from back then. How I talked about it. How we discussed it. We went down there. And it was just like, good Lord. So I sent him an email and said, sorry, tiles on the floor are wrong. You need to change it. So it's just like one thing after another. And I feel so bad for these guys that are trying to do it. You know, and they kind of walked into a mess. So, and then the dumpster, which we asked 3 weeks ago to go away. And even the guy said to me today, he goes, how long has the dumpster been there? I said, it's going 14 weeks. And he goes, are you kidding me? I said, no. And we noticed there's other crap in there, like somebody's, what do you call that? Drain spout thing from the house is in there. Somebody's hammock is in there, you know, base. And I'm like, wait a minute. My freaking next door neighbors are throwing their crap in my dumpster. I'm like, are you out of your mind? And I was like, really mad. And I said, the only reason why I know that, because I remember seeing it out on their front and their drain spout thing had been busted. And I was like, this isn't for the neighborhood to start throwing their crap in. No, not a happy camper. Anyway, life goes on. So, but it was a nice day. Had my little munchkin today. And she was like, she loves the idea. I put a TV up in her room so she can watch just DVDs. It's not a TV, it's just for DVDs. So today was, even though it's been up there for a little bit of time, today was the first day. She wanted to go lay in her bed, and we read books. And then just as she was getting, you know, she wanted to go get a movie, her mom came. So she was gone. Oop. Sally, when they put that doggone toilet in, I am literally going to lift it up and put it on the little hole. And that was another thing. This is all for you guys to learn from. What I didn't find out till little flower today was the toilet, because of the hole, there's nothing covering it right now. And the guy said to me today, he goes, I'm going to let you know what I did. He goes, I took a wet sponge kind of thing and I put it to kind of cap it a little bit. I said, oh. And I said, yeah, probably gases, you know, like, you know, from the sewer methane. He goes, no, not just that. There are other gases that come up. There's a sparkle on my face. That come up from there that are not healthy for us. And I'm thinking, how long has this been going on? I was like, seriously? I'm going to die from this thing. Oh, God, girlfriend. Nervous breakdown. I am Janet. I'm going to be in the insane asylum by the time is this. I'm going to be in the hospital with a heart attack. the stress that, I mean, my husband and I, every day, we're just like, you know, just like, God, you know, we're just like done communicating with him, just like done. And yeah, ugh. You know, it's just one of those things you go, hey, Barb. Oh, good for her. I'm glad you guys were able to go. Did she get a scholarship or did she just get an award? I know you were hoping maybe scholarship, or was that the other night this week? Can't keep track with everybody's kids graduating right now. So am I one short? Oh, no, here it is. I like looking here then. I hate turning my head here because I think it's just rude. Oh. So Barb was canning. She has wild strawberries. And she did her, excuse me, raspberries, not strawberries. And she made a lot of jam. Hello, I like raspberry jam. You can send some my way. Hey, Venus. How are you today? Hey, take the $15. You know, she may have to go buy, you know, what can you buy for $15 at college? A salad. All right, so I did this, I call it like the bookend ruffles, so that the ruffles, this is one ruffle, so they kind of meet up against each other. And you want to make sure they meet up against each other, not like one's laying on top of the other. So kind of just go around and, you know, just spread them out, you know, so that doesn't happen. So it becomes more poofier in the sense of saying. And that way it's not blocking anything, if that makes sense to you all. I think I got all the way around. Got a little thing in my throat. Oh, Janet, we're not paying any more money. Bob and I talked about this last night. We're done paying. He's not getting another cent from us. We're done. And if he wants to go to court, hey, we'll go that route. You know, because you know what? He's going to lose with what he has done. These guys that are here doing the work, they're like, I can't believe it's been, you know, this long to do one room. It's not like a whole remodel. And all our neighbors the other night, like, what are you doing? Are you renovating the whole house? No, just one room. Just one room. Trying to get one room done. So we're working on it, and we're just like done communicating with him. All the promises. And of course, then he sends you the email. Oh, you know me. I'm honest. I'm this. I'm that. I'm like, yeah, it's called BS. That's the only word in his dictionary. So it's like, wow. You know, you just go, wow. It's my karate kid. Wow. How come I only have 3? I know there were 4. The other one probably flew. Oh, look. Putting tails on. So let's see how this will look. Let's see. I wasn't sure how it's going to look. Hey, Bernie, how are you? Yeah, Willie. I had so bad. Oh, did you really? Oh, that's not good. All right. So this one I would put in opposite. The other one I put in this way, and this one I'm going to do opposite. And we're going to see how this looks. I may not like it. You guys may not like it either. But I don't know. And I'll put a tail in. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what this looks like. If it looks... Oh, Janet. The new guy, Eli, and he brought his brother-in-law. And then he has Will, and I don't know the other gentleman, the young kid's name. And what he told me, Will told me today, he goes, because from their church. Now, well, Eli is a pastor. I don't know what his brother's name is. His brother-in-law's name is. But evidently he goes to church too. So they're religious. And they have these 2 students from college. So they go to college, then they come and he works for them like an internship. And so he teaches. It's not like they're doing the major handiwork, but kind of like, you know, apprentices, if you want to call it that. And they are even polite. This whole new crew, it's like, what a difference. The guy who left today, the gentleman, and you know, he heard my woes of this, and he goes, well, I said, how many times have you fixed his stuff? And he goes, well, this is like the 3rd time now. And he goes, you know, it's good business for us. You know, he goes, but we treat our customers right. And I said, exactly. All right, so let's see what you guys think of this. I'm going to kind of put it with the sign laying kind of like on it. And you guys tell me what you guys think. Oh, I'm going to look here, hopefully. So that will give you an idea. Oops, let me turn it this way. Can you guys see it? Let's see. What do you think with that gray in there? I was trying to pick up the gray like the windshield, you know, kind of gray. Hey, Eva. How are you? What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe if I hold it that way? What do you guys think? I'm in between. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, heck. If it's your first time watching, type the word alert down below and Rosie will send you a personal message. Write back to her with the word alert. Respond back to her in your personal message, as well as touch anywhere on the page, those 3 little dots up top, and you can get notifications that way as well. I built a house and came home from work early, and we were, napping with my patio, paying them by the hour. Oh, Patricia, no. Hello, Patricia Hobbs. By the way, you know what? I'm going to leave it in. I can always take it out. You know, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not like, you know, I cut them all because I originally had black and a window pane, red and white mesh that I was going to do. And then I changed it. I had black and white. Then I went to a red and white. And then I found this gray, this blue gray. And I went, so we'll see. It may be cool. Something different, you know. So we're going to wing this. Nope, not a pancake today, Miss Sally. I debated about doing this. I think I said last night I may do this as a pancake. And I decided not to. I don't want my foot hanging out. Oh, here's the pipe cleaner too. Here it is. I knew I had 4. So let's see what this will look like. I can always take it out. It may be better than what I think and maybe yuckier than what I think. Yeah, this is not a pancake. This is just straight ruffles on it. Oopsie, get in there. And all I did was ruffles. And then by adding this ruffle in it, I'm going to turn this. Hold on, y'all. That way. And these are just ruffles too. I cut these at 15 inches as well. These are cut at 15 inches. And this is, I don't know, like a webbing. It's like floppy. I got this last year because I thought it was cool. And I bought it like somewhere around Halloween time, I guess it was. Where are we? And, you know, I thought it'd be cool with Halloween, like the webbing and stuff like that. And then I thought, you know, the driftwood is like this. So I thought, let's see how it would look with the blue, like the ocean. I don't know. I get so, like, into these things. Makes it poop, Sally, or pop? You wrote poop. You got those fat fingers like me, girl. I gotta go the other way, I think. So anyway, so is anybody going away this weekend? Tell me what you all are going doing. Sally, I always value your opinion. I do, my girl. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It's not that it looks bad. Oh, look at that. So much for the clothespin. The black and white does not do much, my opinion. Once I put, because I got the black and white here, I didn't want to put so much red ribbon. I mean, I have the red there like the tires here. But wait, I got green. I got green coming in. I got more red. I got blues coming in. Flip-flop ribbon. So yellow ribbon. So I think in the bow, you're going to see more of the pop than you may on the wreath. Oops. because I changed this ribbon. I had red with, I had this as black with red. Then I changed it. I said, okay, if I can do 4 tail colors, what do I do? I had black and red in this. I thought, okay. And then I thought yellow. And then I said, oh, it's going to look like a bumblebee. You know, I said, I don't want a bumblebee. And then, like I said, I changed my mesh. It was just one of those things, these things that I was just so overthinking. Barb. Barb! Can't put those faces on here. But I know what you're talking about anyway. But anyway, so I told my husband today we need to do, like he came home and the guys were here and I had the dog upstairs with me in the room. You know, it's just easier so she's not barking all the time every time they go in and out, since she still thinks they're kind of strangers in the house. Thank you, Bob. Hey, Christina, how are you, my friend? And so when he comes home, sometimes she kind of gets up like she hears something, and I'm like, oh, well, tell me you want to go to the bathroom because I have to come all the way downstairs. So I look out, and then I'll see the car, his car, and then I, you know, of course, let her out and stuff. But I watched, oops, I know, you guys must think I'm weird. As a kid growing up, I watched all those Godzilla, you know, which was a guy in a rubber suit. Who knew that as a kid? I thought it was a real monster. And I finally got the Godzilla that they made in 2014. Came today in my Netflix. And so I had to watch, I started watching it this morning. And then I had to stop, but, so I finished watching and I went, didn't thrill me as what I thought it would be. So, I was like, hello, I stinking gotta go. But this is, see, it's all about this, my friend. There goes my sign on the floor. That's what we're doing, Miss Christina. We own a resort lodge. The ice has melted and the lake is so we have packed large. Oh, good. Yay. Oh, that's the bad part. The cooking and the cleaning for everybody, right? Did you make wreaths? Because I know we had talked, Patricia, about you making wreaths, possibly to go on like doors and stuff at the cabins. Did you do that? Now, I didn't cut all this because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I didn't want to waste all this. I think I have to cut more. Did they go flying off somewhere? Because I wasn't sure how I was going to... Actually, looks not bad. Let me check. No, just my sign. So we'll cut some more. Cut some more. Ooh, I made the whole table. You stay. I have to get a better sign. Okay, so I need... 1, Jess, would you pin me, please? Who is Jess? Did I miss a Jess? Who is Jess? Don't know who Jess is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So I have it right here on my ultimate mesh roller. Oops. Get my little handy dandy cutter here. 15. How many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is good because it doesn't curl up on you, which is what's kind of cool about it. And 1 more. My grandson from the time they were 2 loves them. He is all the ones from Japan. Whoops. Oh, does he really? You know, I was just, well, back in our day, wasn't much. Everything was black and white, so it wasn't like you had a lot to really choose from to watch back in the day and the shows that they made. We'll start another one tomorrow. Doing yard flowers today, and I was nervous to start a wreath, but I think it turned out good. Oh, good for you, Patricia. See? You can do the same type wreath, like you can do all it in ruffles and do the same wreath. Change your, or do it all in ruffles, the wreath. You could do your tails different and change the sign out and make the same style wreath as being the ruffles. And you can do that. I like to have some variance in my life because I don't know if I could do the same thing day in and day out. But I mean, if I had maybe a brick and mortar type place, maybe that might be the easiest one to do. You know, if I had people making them for me, that's for sure. Oops. Thought I had twisted that twice, and I only twisted it once. So I finished watching Game of Thrones. I had a binge watch all of them on Monday night because I was 2 behind, and then of course the finale. And I swear they got to do a takeoff the way, you know. It used to be movies used to end and that was it. Now everybody's doing these movies that leaves you to like, oh, maybe they're going to do another takeoff of it, you know. And which is good in a way if you really like it, but then in other words it's like, you know, if you don't like it. Okay, this isn't looking too bad. Never watched, but I heard the end was bad. Yeah, hey Patricia Stevens rather, that's what I say, Sneeds. Hey Linda, how are you? Yeah, you know, it's like all these people got, hopefully everybody saw it because I don't want to give it away. Although my neighbor spoiled the one to me because he didn't know I hadn't watched last week's. But it was just the way it ended. So many good characters died. And then some of them, you know, which were to me some of the main ones. And then other ones lived. And you're like, whoa, why'd you kill that one off? You know? Hey Barbara, how are you? Linda, this is a big debate on what we're doing with this colors. We're going to kind of see how this goes because I racked my brain out so much today I couldn't decide. This is the sign we're doing, and this gray, I'm thinking like driftwood. You know, the blue for the beach. And I have one tail in it over here, so we're kind of playing with this tonight. Seeing which way we want this to go. I actually got this from Waterman's Loft last year, and it was in the fall. I don't know if he has it. It's not really a mesh. It's like a webbing, and there's like, it doesn't hold its shape or anything like that. Here, let me come a little closer, and you can see maybe better. Better. So see, it's just like a, let me take those out of the way. It's just like a webbing, and that's all that it is. I believe Damon got some of this stuff in, and maybe Scott. I don't know. I think Damon got some in. Last year was like one of the things Scott got it in, and it was like, the roll was like really thick like this because it's not like mesh where you can make it tight. It's, I don't want to say fabric, what it's made out of. It didn't come with anything to tell you what it's made out of. It feels like almost like a cord, like a thin cord, you know, type thing. I don't know if that, it's just a webbing. That's all I know what to call it. Cobweb, yeah, it's like cobwebs, but it, you know, like fisherman's net. I think of the color for like the driftwood, you know, too. So that's why I was like kind of playing with this. I don't know, broken up seaweed stuff. All that stuff that gets tangled up on you when you're in the ocean. All right. It actually looks pretty. It actually looks pretty. Not that bad together. In the winter, you can do blue and pretend this is like the icicles, like on things, you know? Of course, Halloween. That's coming. I hate to say that. People are making Halloween wreaths. I haven't started yet. I have another patriotic wreath. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I'm like, no, you know, just save it for next year, I guess. I don't know. I keep debating. All right, so that's what it looks like so far. And it actually, you know what? It's the gray blue. So if you see in the surfboard, it's like it's not really a true blue. It's a funky blue. And then you have the windows and the gray down there. So it kind of brings those colors out and doesn't make this so red in your face, you know. So let's keep going with it. Like I said, I can always change it. So I did these at 13 inches. I have a ribbon about 4 inches like that. Yeah, I have some 4-inch, how do you say that? What's the word? Del Ponte? It's that really crinkly ribbon. And I really like it. I will only use it in a bow. It's not made to be in this. And I have some smaller ones like 1.5 inch, a couple of those. But I do like the 4-inch. And that's really cool. Alright, so I did use my Perfect Tails from the Soul Sisters. And I cut these at 13 inches. Okay. Now I know. Hey Emma, how are you? Yeah, it's not like, kind of like a lace, but I still think more towards a webbing than a lace on it, Sally. Where was I? So I picked up the red and the black. I don't know, higher tracks, just my way. I'm going to stick with just one type of ribbon. And like I said, because this has an odd number on the base, I didn't want to have to worry about, you know, some having two colors of the same next to each other, because you know how that goes. If I did 3 different colors, it might go better. So let's see how this looks. Hey Gail, how are you? So you guys like and share the page. Don't write the word share down below. Oh, I said the L word, didn't I? Whoopsie. All right, that's one time. I'll get put in jail or something. But when you write, just write that you wrote blessed or spread the love down here. Facebook is the one now, they're changing it where they don't want to, we can say share, but we cannot say FOLLOWERS. So that's why I say, hey, if you put alerts in there, Rosie will send you a message in your personal messenger and then type a word alerts there. And then you can also tap any on the screen to get notifications. So those are ways that you'll be able to FOLLOWERS with me. I gotta find a word that would work for that. Because I don't know what word. I'll have to look it up in the dictionary and see what word works that we could use. Spread the love, share it, like, well, I can't say, oh, see, I said it twice now, that L word. Good Lord. Good Lord. But anyway, this is coming out kind of funky. But wait until I put the ribbon. That's really funky. This is going to be a funky hang 10 wreath. Good evening. Oh, don't put the mad face up. Hi, Connie. How are you? How are you doing today, my friend? All the way from Michigan. My friend in Colorado put a thing out today on Facebook saying that they have snow. He goes, I'm so glad I watered my lawn yesterday, and then here's a layer of snow. And I was like, good God. I said, do you really get snow this early? But I don't know. Guess it depends how high you're up in the mountains kind of thing. But I couldn't handle that. I'm doing fine, Connie. I'm doing great. I just love life. Am I remodeling? Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So you guys didn't even notice. So I have my Wreath Makers Live shirt on. I didn't wear my apron tonight. But this is available on my Etsy shop. And here I am right there. You can find me right there. If you want this baby tonight. Funny snow. Oh, really? Yeah, that is kind of funny, Patricia. I get notices from my friends that, like I said, that live up in Fairbanks, and they're sending me notices all the time that, you know, they're on Facebook, and I just like, you know, I miss it for once. I don't miss the winters, but I miss, you know, we had such a good group of people up there when we lived there, so you miss that. Of course, it's never going to, in a sense, be the same, you know, because the people aren't going to be there. But Alaska is beautiful country. It's just beautiful. If you guys, our neighbor's going to go, they're going to fly into Vancouver, and they're going to take a cruise, cruise up and down up there in Alaska, and they're going to take, what is it, a float boat? I don't know. And they're going to do that, and they're going to do a helicopter ride. So it should be fun for them. I said, yeah, they're going in August. I said, take some winter clothes with you because it gets a little cold on the water, even more so. So, I think they'll really enjoy it. I told my husband, because we both agree, we're not going to do any remodeling come next year. We just this has really put us over the limit as far as brain-wise for this time. So we're just kind of like, we need a break. Although I'll probably find something new. Like, I want my garage just painted. I just want to paint. It doesn't have to be anything, but I like it painted, you know, so that's what I want. Oops, this goes this way. All right. Now, I know I didn't cut all the ones up here because I know I'd be putting a sign and a bow up here. So I cut one, extra one. And we'll see how we're going to put the sign and how my tails are going to look, if I have to put tails or not tails under the sign. I know they were like, we were talking about it. He's like asking me all the questions about it. I said, you got to go to Denali. Are you going to go to Seward? You got to go fishing. You got to go to Exit Glacier, you know. And I was telling him different places to go where they'll be. Upper 90s here in Alabama. Supposed to be 99 this weekend. Oh, yeah, you'll take snow now. That's right, you guys don't get snow. But you may not wish for it. You know, the old saying, your wish may come true. And you may go, oh, good God, why did I wish for that? I don't mind the snow. And I guess growing up in New York, that's why I didn't mind it. You know, as a kid, my front yard became the area everybody used to go sliding down to. And we would go to certain parks. And we lived on the canal, so that would freeze over. Look at this. You guys see this? How I'm putting this away? This ultimate mesh riddle. Hello. Mola. Rolla. Look at that. Bada bing. Done. I'm doing that because every time I walk that side of the desk, I knock it. Alright. So, for me, I love it. I like the change of season. You know, because it's a pain. You gotta rake, you know, and all that. But... and or you gotta plow, or you gotta weed, I don't know. Everything there's always something. Now, with this sign, there's two little holes up here. It came with a wire thing, which of course I didn't want. I thought maybe I'd bend it backwards in case, but I couldn't bend it. The way they had it tied here, it just wouldn't bend. It would indent into the wood, and I couldn't fix it because it was like one of those wires that are so stiff, you try to do it, you're still gonna get a kink in it. So I thought of, okay, maybe... I was thinking of maybe putting this through here and then doing it, you know, at least on the top, which I could. I have the red, and then I could staple the back because I didn't want the holes. I think I'm going to do that. Just because I don't want the holes showing through. It just kind of looks, ugh. Oh, go ahead, Patricia. Go do your cooking and have fun. You have to send pictures one day of your place up there. We could cook in the kitchen. I was so happy to cook a home-cooked meal. Oh, really? I love cold weather. Doesn't leave the house. Don't leave the house in the summer. You know, it's like one of those things. We have some... These are kinked because I had them kinked so that I could staple them. But I'm going to put these two through here because it won't look bad, you know, or anything. It just... I just hate leaving the holes. It would look stupid with the holes. As far as there. I love the summer. Like right now, it's been anywhere, I don't know, in the 60s to 94, 95 lately. It's supposed to rain again. And I don't know what the weekend, I haven't even gotten to it. I'm right now, day by day, I'm like, because the contractors being here, when they're supposed to, I just say, well, it doesn't matter if it rains or anything. If they have to use the saw, they can use the garage. Because I haven't had my garage for 3.5 months. Why should I care about it now? I debated about doing it on the tires. But then I thought I'm going to do it up here because I didn't want any way of you seeing the pipe cleaner at all. So I'm going to just take it up a little higher on here so it's more hidden. Hey, Norma. Those mesh colors are nice. They actually are. It's pretty. And I think once we start putting the other stuff together, the black looks pretty intense now. I will give you that. But I think once we start adding everything, it will start coming together. But you know what? We can always change it. Oops. And you guys are going to hear, I'm going to do it at the end, my trusty hammer. Because I always make sure that it's hammered in better. Alabama in the house. Hey, 2 Alabamians. Is that how you say it? I'm bad. If you take the end, if you take the end in front and curl it down like a knot, it will pull through. Oh, let's try that. Good idea, Sally. Let's try that. Oops. Thought I ran out of staples. Let's try that. Good idea. Didn't think about that. Okay, here comes the banging. Done. Let's try that. I didn't think about that. I thought about putting a little. I didn't like that idea. So let's see. So Sally's saying to tie a knot on one end of this and then pull it through. If those of you that didn't see that. Good evening, Peggy. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And that we'll make it like a knot. And then let's see how that works. Oh, that looks better. That does look better. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see where to... And I'm pulling. Oh, well, don't pull too hard. Let's do it. Ah, okay, glue. Hey, Pat, how are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's get the glue gun while I'm fiddling around here, and then we can go ahead. Hopefully, we'll heat up enough. Or if not, maybe rapid fuse might work. Ooh, it's a little queenie. Oops, my drawer isn't open. I want to cup that end under so nobody gets hurt. Yeah, pinch it right here, girlfriend. Gotcha. If you're new, just go ahead and type the word alert down below, and Rosie will send you a message in your messenger, and then make sure you respond back in the messenger with the word alert so that you can go ahead and get alerts when we go live. Now, who is Hi Sis? Is there a sis on here for you, Peggy, or are you just calling me sis? Oh, that's a cool idea. Good idea, Miss Sally. That looks so much better. And the pipe cleaner coming up and around. Can you guys see that? Hello, gorgeous. Wait. Peggy and Pat. I just got it. You guys are the sisses. So you can't even see it because it's just I made a little dot in there. Glue gun, how are you doing? How you doing, glue gun? Not yet. Okay, but that's okay. I can still put it on. So let's see how this is going to go. Why is my drawer stuck? The hammer. Okay. So, in the middle? I was thinking off to the side. I'm going to hold it up and see where it comes up in here. Okay, come on. Oops, there we go. I kind of like it in the middle. I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking of doing it off to the side maybe. But I think it looks better in the middle. Can you guys see that? I don't know which way I'm holding it. So this is middle. Yeah, I just saw that, Peggy. I saw y'all's frost. I didn't pick it up on the last name, but I saw the middle. So this is the middle, and this would be the side. I think middle too. I like it in the middle. So that means more tails. Here we go. And that gives my glue gun to go 1, 2, oh, okay. So let's do 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do 4 more tails. Leave one open because possibly where the bow will go. So 4 more tails. So you get to see me use my perfect tails. So this is how we do it in the South. Well, kind of the South. I'm mid-South, I guess, in Virginia. Maybe mid-South. Hello, Tanya. How are you? So I'm using the Perfect Tails. It's 13 inches from the Soul Sisters. What did I say I want? 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I get sidetracked. And I pull it tight. I don't know how everybody else does it, but I like pulling it tight. So there's 2 on that side and 4 on this side. Well, not 4, but my second one. Make sure I don't cut the other ribbon because I'm doing it upside down and backwards. I'm still getting used to how to use this board, so everybody will do it differently, but this is how I'm working it. This is how we do it in the South. I am doing fine. Vicky, you're the only one that says side. Everybody else, well, not everybody, we're saying middle. We can always play. Oh, I need to do the other tail. Where did I put my pin? Did you guys see where I put my pin? Last night I dropped a pin on the floor and I couldn't find it, but my foot found it. Yeah, that wasn't pretty. I thought I put it right here. Okay, so that's another one on the floor that I gotta go find. And it's a small one too. Ugh. I hate it because I think I told you guys when I was a kid there was a pin underneath our desk, in our dining room, and it had, I stepped on it, and what happened was the pin broke off and lodged right alongside the bone of my big toe. And back in the day, they didn't give you Lanacane. They kind of reached in, hurt like heck. Where did you find the ribbon rack? Are you talking this or this? This is the ultimate mesh roller, and I could cut the ribbons with this as well and put them on the rolls, you know, on the spindles or whatever you want to call it to do it. But if you're talking this, what I have over here, let me move this so you can see for a second. This has 3 pegs on it, and this came with the fluff box, which helps fluff the ribbons on it, and it has 3 pegs. It used to be you used to wind your ribbon around the pegs and stuff to do it. We have all come a long way in this world, and but this is strictly for this. This I got from Pro Bowl the Hand, if that's what you want to know. It will be pretty either. Yeah, we'll see. Oh gosh, Tanya. Oh, that one. This my daughter bought for me. And I don't know where she got it. I'm assuming try Amazon. She buys a lot on Amazon. And this actually has it where you have wall hooks. You can hook it. But I wouldn't do that because these, when, there goes all the ribbon. The way they design this to have the ribbon in here, you have to pull it out if you want to take it off that way. So I don't want to put it on the rack, you know, on a wall rather. Unless it's something that's going to stay there, like I can pull off, like, you know, if you're doing gift wrapping or something like that, be good. But I like this thing. I put all these little, some of these little itty bitties up there. And what she did, let me make sure I got this right. Oop, that's the next one. She put my name on the top of it. Because that's the only place you could put it anyway. But she, and she gave me this for, was it Christmas? I think it was on my birthday. My birthday is December 30th, so one of the two, either Christmas or my birthday. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I leave that baby stands there with some of the baby ribbons on it. This is just an extra dowel on it. Depending what you put on it, will depend how many dowels. I think it came with 5, 6 dowels. So let me put this baby back on. She made this sign for me too, so I didn't have to keep pinning it on the thing. Okay. Oops. Put that back up there. My little halo. I'm into flowers now. This was on, you know, little babies' headbands that they wear. And this was on my first daughter, granddaughter's headband. And then she gave the headbands to my other daughter. And what it is, you could change the headband out. This is just like, you know, a clip. So you could change them out all the time. So my granddaughter, Cassidy, here, she had this. And somehow it wound up being here. And it's been in my drawer with my brush and stuff. And I said, oh, it would go with my little outfit today. Who knew? Oops. Well, thank you, Miss Barb. Miss Barb knows my life pretty much. Okay, so put those there because those are the debation ones we have to talk about. Let me clip them as I go. I like a clean workspace. I cannot stand messy. And when I do florals, it drives me crazy because afterwards I'm like all over the place. I just fold it in half, and you can do it, you know, this way or this way. I like doing it this way. And you're just going to make an angle. And voila, you have them dovetailed. Oops, who was that? Some lady just popped up on my screen. Weird. All of a sudden it was just, God. So, what should we talk about? Last night I was like a couple of shows behind, and I watched, and my boy Lane, Party with the Hardy, Lane Hardy won, and it was him. Oh, down to Alfonso. Was it not Alfonso? Oh my God, I said his name wrong. And the two of them, and you kind of knew from the beginning. It was like, oh my God, it's going to be a war between these two, and it was. It came down to the two of them. Alejandro, Lane. He's just a cutie. He's like a Elvis Presley look, but he's just got that charisma to draw. Now Alejandro, he's more soft spoken and he writes beautiful music. Oh. Yeah. Barb, you will be fine. You will be fine. I was nervous when I had to wait oh, here's the pin. Yay. Wait an extra month. I had a lymphnectomy, a couple of them, and my last one was in 2016. And they, you know, have to go, you know, do those mammogram things. And I had, oh, how did I miss that one? I had to wait because we had a snowstorm. I had my appointment and they canceled everything this year. So I had to wait extra time. And, you know, it's like, ugh, you know, I hated it. I had to wait another whole month. And I was not happy camper about that. I hate waiting. Hate waiting. It's like all the anxiousness. And it's just like, good Lord. Can you just like zap it down? Tell me right now, you know, with all this technology that's going on. Can you just do that? Like beam me up and take a picture and then we're done. All right, so let's put these tails on and get this baby going. So it's Tuesday night, right? Oh, Tuesday night in the nut house. We like hanging out in the nut house. My husband comes up every now and then, and I'm like, Probably thinks I'm weird talking to people. Don't be. You'll be fine. I'm praying. Your uncle will be good. So, yes, totally. We're in Michigan. I'm in Michigan as well. Oh. You guys chat about that because I don't know Michigan. I've only been to Michigan one time. Oh, and this is the thing what I want to do. I'm always doing something. I want to go to every state at least once, and I think I told you guys that. So I'm hoping that next year, since we're not going to do any renovations, remodeling, renovation, whatever you want to call it, I guess it's remodeling because it's not like it's the house is like dying. I think I want to try to talk my husband into maybe I'd like to hit at least every state in the U.S. one time. So I've been to Alaska, Hawaii, and Canada, so I can mark those off. I've been to Oregon, Washington State, and California. The whole East Coast, from New York down, Maine, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. I don't even know what else is up there. Been to Kansas, Louisiana, Georgia, here, Illinois. Yeah. Ohio, Michigan. Oh, I'm trying to name all the places. But I think I have a little bit more than half. I have like 30 states I've been to. Oh, been to Las Vegas. Can't forget that. So, do want to hit the rest. Oh, yes. Thank you, dear. Yeah, close that door, too, if you don't mind. Florida. I've been to Florida, though. My dad lives down there. Did I not cut enough? Oh, because Carolynne. I said I was going to leave one. All right. Now, that probably looks better because you can see the tails. Wait until the bow comes. Look, I think, how should we put the bow? If I put the bow off to the side, then this should go off here. If I put it here, then I think in the middle. Or should I have the bow coming out down below? Oh. Oh. Okay, dealer's choice. Player's choice. You guys tell me. I know you're not. But somebody else that I know that was on here. I don't know if she still is. God. That's in my throat. Okay, guys. Bow below. Bow below. So do it that way. I don't think I've ever done a wreath with the bow below. Most of my bows are off to the side and up to the top. Let's do it below. Why not? Bottom it is. Bottoms up. We'll put it right here. So let me twist this off. Now these, because these are the thin, where's my hand? Eventually I'm going to wear this as like whittling this pencil away. These I would probably turn down a little bit because they are a little sharp on the end. And I don't want to leave it that somebody grabs it and then I'd be in trouble, right? So I'll curl that down. And I didn't know if I was going to put tubing in this. I hadn't decided all that. Alright, so we'll move the sign up just a hair. Which is not much, really. Okay, so let's go. Oh, glue gun before I do this. Put a little dab of glue on this side. Whoops. Don't drip glue. Ugh. There's one. Good idea, Miss Sally. Good idea about doing this. I am actually in Springfield, Virginia. Oops. Where are you guys from? Or did you say already and I spaced out? Let me turn that so that it kind of, there we go. All right. we got our glue on there because I get glue all on my fingers. I don't think I've ever done a bow at the bottom. Have I not? I want to say I did a Christmas one, but I can't remember now. Senior moment. Wisconsin, I haven't been. Here's my thing. I would love to live in Montana on a lake, but I don't want the extreme winter. I really would like to live on a lake that I don't have to worry about alligators and sharks. And I would like to where I can walk out to my beach to go swimming, or have a dock and take a boat, go skiing or fishing on it, you know, kind of thing. Jet skiing. That's what I would like. Now my husband wants to, you know, eventually move south, and which, you know, and go live like on a beach, you know, too. So not that I am opposed to that at all. I think we'll just have to go and see, because we visited some friends down in Myrtle Beach, and they have a gorgeous house, and it's backs up to like what was, it's a reserve, so there used to be a swamp. So they get gators. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to remember about my dog. I'd have to put up a fence, you know, where the kids get, you know, alligator coming up and you didn't see it and be like, chomp, chomp, gone. So, I don't know. We'll have to see when that time comes, when we decide to poof, be gone. But that's not going to happen for many years, so I'm going to be here. Oh, you're a Nonna too. Hey, Katie. But you spell it as N-O-N-A. I spell mine N-O-N-N-A. All right, let's see if I got this. Let's see if I got this. Let's try it on this one. I'll just do this a couple of loops and see. And we can always adjust it. Oops, oops. Not the mesh, not the mesh, not the mesh. Okay, so Barb Cass, if she's still on, she lives in Pennsylvania too. I'm not too familiar with all of Pennsylvania. I've been to Pennsylvania, but I can't tell you everything. I used to ski in Pennsylvania because I'm from New York originally, as y'all may know, although we don't say y'all up there. Ours was, you know, everybody. And my husband always corrects me. He goes, it's not y'all, it's everybody. I said, well, we're down in the South there. You got to say y'all. We've lived in the South a lot. So, all right, let's see how that works out to be. I think I want that one to come up. This one to come out. This one. Oops. I have to fix that one because I threaded it through. This one I have to change. I know, it does the same thing for me too. But when we were naming me, so to speak, there were, let's see, my first granddaughter, her other grandmother was already called grandma, and they, and what is she called? Pawpaw. P-A-W-P-A-W is the other grandfather. Now, my mom was called Nana, and my dad was called Papa, because my kids, my girls, were the first ones, and they couldn't say Grandpa, and it came out Papa, so we just kind of stopped, and he liked that. That was kind of cool. So, since they already had the grandma, you know, with my first granddaughter, I said, well, you know, I call my kids call my mom Nana. Her mom was Nana. I wanted to do something a little different. So I'm Italian and Irish, so I looked up, you know, what Italian would be. My husband's French and Polish. We already had Bacci. Didn't want to do that again. And we decided to, I looked at Nonna. And I said, you know, that's an easy. Kids like to say no. So I felt that was probably easy. California. Yes, it is, Peggy. I'll show it. I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me get this signed because I went through the webbing on this one and I want to pull the webbing out of this one. Did I miss some comments? Because I'm just, whoops, seeing those other ones. Where's my little mousy thing? Oh, I went down my daughter's, which took 45 minutes to get something up. I put it up in the car and went back to get it, and the bag got in the car, and 5 minutes later from the house, I forgot it. My pocket was... Oh, don't you hate that, Sally? I hate that when I do that. I've done that so many times. I'll leave my house and I get all the way there, and then I'm like, I have to use my phone. I was like, oh, I got to call my husband out there, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, sometimes I say, is it worth going home? No, not going. So I won't make the drive back, although it may not be 3 hours. But oh, I hate that when you forget something. I'm like the worst person because I am so bad. I'll literally walk up the stairs and get up there and go, what was I coming for? And I was like, was it in this room? I'll walk into one room, kind of look around. You know how you do that? I hate that when you do that. Or you get to the grocery store and you're like, I know there's one other thing I have to get. And then you get all the way home and you're like, ah, you know. So I usually put things right in my phone, like if you go into the doctor, because by the time you have the doggone doctor's appointment, you forget half the doggone things, like the reason why you were going. So I just write them in put them in a note thing in my phone, and I do that now. And I kind of makes my life easier. Ooh, that kind of looks like it's in the chapel. So this is like, this gray stuff is like a net or webbing. And there's no, I don't know, it's a mesh. It's considered a mesh, but it's not like this type of mesh, the poly mesh. There's no, it almost looks like it's just a thin cord and they kind of weaved it and glued it. I don't know, however they made it. So, that's actually looking kind of cute. Looks like it's going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. All right, this definitely calls for a terry bow, I think, not a Lisa bow. So now we're going to come to the ribbon choices. So this was my plan. You guys tell me how you like it. So you guys see the sign, right? Oops, see, comments popped up there. On the way home, he said he had ice cream last night and said, oops, and said, yes, why? He will put the ice cream in the refrigerator, then close the freezer door, and the ice cream. Sally, that's too funny. The mesh, I got this last year. I got it from watermansloft.com. I don't know if he has any. I know Damon had some. And what I can do, here's, oops. Let me give you this. Hold on. Here we go. If you go, try this. Oops. Come on. Copy. Try this website. And you might be able to, and this is for Damon's. There we go. Try that one. Because I know he got some in, but he got him in a little bit ago. But I can't remember where he got it. I can't remember. All right, so this is my thoughts. Hold the thoughts. Okay, so I was thinking the base. Let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna knock it off. Okay, so you guys see the colors, right? So at the base of the bow, I was thinking to do one of the blacks. And I was either, this is the same as the red that's in there, or one of the blacks. Then I was bringing in some blues. The flip-flops, even though this is really pink and blue and stuff, because all these colors are in here is what's in here. So I thought just a little bit of the bow in there. The green. I have to choose between one of these two. And then I had this green polka dot and a yellow. So, you guys help. Let's start with the red. Chevron or polka dots? You guys pick. pick it. You pick it for me. Plain red. I think I have a plain red. I mean, I don't have to put in red at all. I thought I had a 1-inch red. Are you? Oh my gosh. Am I out of 1-inch red? I am. I do not have a 1-inch red. I do not have a 1-inch red. Nada on the red. Wow, I didn't realize I was out. Holy moly, guacamole. Ooh. Plain red is out. Poke it up, poke it up, poke it up. Okay. This might be too much with that chevron. Back in the box. Oops. Oops. Hello. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Black. Should I put a black in? I don't have to. But I was just bringing out the base. And the reason why I thought polka dots, the slippers have a little polka dots on it, even though it's not black. I have the red and polka dots, so I don't have to bring it in. But what do you guys think? Red polka dots, we're going to use it. So from here over, we're going to use, what about these two? Which one? Black polka dots or black, I don't know, what do they call it? Crosses. It's like squares. No black? I can do no black. It might be too much with the chevron. So we got, oh, Peggy. We got Tanya and Katie say black. Well, wait a minute. I got 2 no blacks, 1 big black. Hey, Claudia, how are you? Claudia, you can be my deciding factor. Which black should we use to go with this wreath? Hey, Janice. No black. No black. All right. No black it is. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. And Sally says black square. Interesting. Interesting. Let me just stick those over there so they're out of my way. Okay, and let me switch this out because I realized I had a smaller roll of this, and I want to keep. I'll keep the bigger one and get rid of the smaller one. Where are you? Here it is. Because I'll use the smaller one. All right, let's play. We're going to put this together. If we do want to add black, we can always add it. Put these guys backwards so I don't forget which way they go. But you know me, I will. All right, so this is going to be the base. Oops. Let me put this over here so it's not in my way. And what I'm going to do is move you guys closer so you can see me making the bow. So you won't see me. You will see the bow only. So here we go. Rock and roll. Bada bing. Oh, I just saw it. I thought it was my battery. When I move the camera around like that, sometimes it says low connection. So, we'll see. Do I have enough on here to make a bow? Okay, we've got a second one we can use too. We'll start with this. Let's see how it goes. Alright. Oh, that's going to be donated away. Okay, so we're going to make this a terry bow. I just don't think a Lisa bow would look good on that. I think it needs some tails. Our tails, this is the Easy Bow Maker, and it has a ruler on here. So from here to here is 8 inches on each side. So we're going to say 10, 11, 12 inches about for the tail. You can always trim it back. And we'll see how many loops we get out of this. Now this is kind of cool because some of the flip-flops will be facing one way and some will be facing the other way, which is okay. And we're going to do this, I think, 7 inches. And I'll show you how we're going to connect this because I don't know if I'll have enough ribbon to do this, but I'll show you if we don't. I'll show you how we're going to do it. So each time I go, it's one loop. Let me move you guys in closer. Thought that would work. Hold on. I want you up close and personal. Oops. Oop. There you go. So you can really see it. That work? Even better for you guys. Okay. So each loop here is 7 inches from here to here. So this is going to be 14 inches, which I think would be a good size for that. So we're just going to see how many I can get out of this ribbon. So this will be another 7 inch. And what I do here is bottoms up. I twist it so it's bottoms up, so because this has a right and a wrong side. Ooh. Look at that. I got 2 loops on each side. Perfect for that. I do want to add an extra loop though, because I want to do 3 on the bottom, I think. So I do have more ribbon. So we'll have 4 tails of this, which is fine. I could do that. Or what I can do is this. I could take this ribbon here. Wait, let me cut it off here because that's the crease. Now what you can do when you do this, if you don't want to use and have 4 tails down, you can just leave a little part of your ribbon like this here. Okay? Do the same thing, bottoms up. And this is how you add if you don't have enough of your ribbon to do this. I disappeared. You only see the hands. And you'll see no rings on me because my rings always get caught in everything. Now the same thing, if I don't want an extra tail to have 4 tails, then I'll do the same thing on this side and I'm going to cut it. I cut a little bit long because once we tie it off, then I can go ahead and I can, oh, Sally, what do you mean, where did I go? Did I disappear? I didn't know. I disappeared because I walked around. All right, so that's one. The next one was this blue. And this is what they call a watercolor blue because it has different colors of the blue in there. And you see, I always dovetail to one side, but I never dovetail the other. And see my differences in lengths? So I could make this one even right now. Doesn't matter. I usually dovetail it all when I'm done. Now I have 3 loops on this side. This one I'm only going to do 2, okay? So my tail is going to be a little bit shorter. You can make it almost the same length if you want to and then cut it back later. Your choice. Doesn't matter. I'll fluff the bow out later, but right now I just kind of put it so I know where my blue is going to go. It makes it easier for me to see. Now I can make this one the same length if I want to fit it in there, or I can go a little shorter. It is dealer's choice. So sometimes what I like to go almost the same length, I think, on this one, because I'm going to go 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. So this is going to be 7 to kind of fill in those gaps in there. And do the same thing again. Oh, sorry. When I hit the camera, made you freeze, Sally? That's funny. And again, bottoms up. Now some people will go ahead and as they put it in here, they'll do the twisting. There's really no right or wrong. It's up to you what you want to do as far as yours go. This just works my way for me. I like to twist it after I get in there, and I just twist it like that. Look at that one. How did that one come out shorter? Don't want it shorter. Hey Melissa, you're back. So, and then we're just going to make 2 loops of this one here. This goes really pretty with this one. And if you have this, I have this like in pink stripe too, so the pink goes really pretty with it as well. So there we go. 2 loops. So you can see how it would fit in between the flip-flops. Okay? And then we'll go ahead and we'll cut this off the same way. Sorry, Sally. Yeah, I have this in orange. I have it in red. What other colors do I have? Oh, pink. So it is kind of a cool watercolor because it goes with a lot of things. Maybe we might switch. The reason why I'm switching, I don't know if that's going to show up as good as I had thought. This one was the next one to put in here. And I'm thinking to switch it to this because the black might just pop a little bit on this one. That makes sense. Just switch the 2 green ones around. All right. It's just the one side I dovetail. Isn't that funny? Oh, broadcast, come back. Here we are. I saw me freeze. Thanks, Miss Sally. Thank you, thank you. So this brings in blacks. So I'm going to go shorter on this one. I'll go about 6 on this one. Now I could do it 3 if I want to bring in 3, you know, and do that. Meaning 3 loops. Since I did 2, but I think I'll do 1 because I'm adding another green on top here. So I think I don't want to overpower it with too much green. Just see how this looks. When in doubt, we can always change it. So what did I switch the green? So that would be like that. So red is next. Yes. Huh. Forgot how I did that. If I move, see what happens? You move one color and then it screws you up. I might not add the other green. This one I'm going to do 2 of. I'm going to bring it in a little bit shorter. If you can't see your numbers, you can always use your pad here to do it. And that will help you mark, you know, where you are too. Some of mine I just do by eye. I just kind of know as well by eye. And again, twist it because this has a right and a wrong side to it. And you want to go bottoms up each time. And there we go. Just see how this is going to look. I don't know. I don't know, ladies. I may change my mind. You know, sometimes it's like like I said, you think so much about it, and then you actually get to it, and you're like, hey, looks better than what I thought. Oops. Boy, I missed that one. So let's see. Yellow would be technically, well, the other green would be next. Let's see. Actually, this looks pretty. I wasn't sure if it was going to look nice on top. And it actually does. Ooh. A little bit shorter on this one. And let's see. I may do 3 of this. I think I will. I think I will. Oops. I have the ribbon on the spool rack over there because the big ones, I mean, you put these big ones on here. I mean, this is okay. But sometimes when if you're working on the base one, these big ones you can't put on here because then you can't see your numbers. All right, so I got 2 on each side, 1 more for good measure. I hope so. The only reason why I didn't bring the pink I have in here, there's not that much pink. There's the only pink on the sign is the little bit on the surfboard, and I figured with this has the pink in it because what I read the sign as being more red than anything. And I think the colors that, you know, it was painted is what's throwing me off so much. Because usually, you know, you think, oh, flip-flop ribbon, hey, perfect, you know. Oh, this didn't have a pin? It's not. I don't know if I like the yellow on top. Hold on. Let me spread these out. Oops, not the color. I don't know, we'll have to see. And I'm just going to do 2 of these. And I might bring in the red on top of this, I think. Again, the polka dot, little polka dot one. Let's see how this looks. This yellow is awfully bright. Oops, sorry, I can't whistle. My dog will come. Don't want her to come. No, we'll see. Vicki, where did you get the watercolor ribbon? The blue one, I think I got it from Wreaths by Mary. Craft Outlet also has it. And I put earlier Deco Exchange. If you go up in the comments, you'll see another website there. Try that one because I know he got so much ribbon in. Was it been a month? I don't know, last month I think it was. So he may have it too. Okay, so here's my thought. Thought process, think it out. Let's figure it out. Thinking of maybe not a whole ribbon, but doing one of these like little breast cancer, you know, ribbon type deal to put on top to tie it back into the, I think I like this. Tie it back into the chevron on the wreath. So let's see. All right, this is gonna definitely be a zip tying factor. Yeah. I was thinking if I wanted to switch it to wire. No, we'll stick with the zip tie. See if I can get it. Sometimes I bring these babies out to help pull it tight because your fingers just don't do it. Oops, be a good idea if I get it in the zip tie hole. Okay. Move this out of the way. We're going to turn the zip tie around so it goes to the back. Hold that thought. Doesn't look very pretty, does it? Looks ugly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it between my fingers. I'm going to weasel this back around to the back side where I clipped it. And see, I have it between my 2 fingers because I'm grasping here. Because I don't want, this is kind of like stacked. and I don't want it to kaputs. Pull it just a bit enough, and then I'm going to use red pipe cleaners. Oh, I did that in, well, yeah, I'll use red. I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to wind them like this, the pipe cleaners. Okay. And before I pull this all the way tight, I stick the pipe cleaner through the back of here, because this is what I'll use to tie it on, needless to say. I'm glad I have my glue gun on. Ooh. Because I need my glue gun for this too. That little piece of wire sticking out of that always bugs me. Go down. Alright, then once I do that, then I can go ahead and I can pull this tight. There's my clippers. And then we'll cut it off. Now what I always do is I put a little dab of glue on this. Just to hold it. And the glue. So let me get the fluff box. Oh, did I freeze again? Gosh. Sorry about the freezing, guys. I have no control over that. But come back. Come back. Come back. It's one of those nights. I usually don't go on Tuesday nights because everybody else is on. But I said, what the heck. We'll go on tonight. And I usually just twist this around once on there. Hopefully my glue is dry enough. You can always, afterwards, you can glue it if you want to. Oops, turn this around. Has a hook and a nail. Okay, so I just take where my pipe cleaner is. Oops. And I'm just going to hook it on that little hook, pull it down, and just wrap this around here. If it's long enough, you can tuck it underneath so that it doesn't get in your way. All right. So what I like to do is I like to pull all my little tails down first. And just pull everything down. But you don't have to do it this way. If you find a different way that works for you better, go for it. But this is just the way I do. I want to get all my tails down here. And this little piece is what's going to be here, kind of covering the pipe cleaner, the zip tie rather. And then when I start doing, now I can start from the bottom up, is usually what I like to do. And remember, I did this, so we got to cut off those little extra pieces. And then I just start pulling my ribbon around. And this is what's nice with the fluff box, because it kind of holds your ribbon there in place. You don't have to have it in your hand, which is kind of nice. It gives your hands free so that you can use two hands to pull everything out and fluff your bow. Flip it around. Let's work on the other side. Some of that glue going up there. And these, like I said, these loops, you can do however many you want in each section. It's up to you. You could do it all. Like on, if you guys go back and look at my videos, I did a video on Saturday, this past Saturday. And it had a picture of, I did a video of different size loops, you know, with different, that one's too long. So watch how I do this. So that one was too long. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling it through. I'm going to find where these mate to, so to speak. And I'm going to pull it so that I can get it the size that I want. And then usually you can find it by the tail. So if you want to change your sizes, that one should be up here. If it's too big or too small, you can change it. Voila. See how easy that was? You can measure it up. Oop, wrong way. Wrong one. Well, it doesn't matter. Where did I get it? Okay. So I fluff it on here, but then when I go out, look, I already squished that one. But when I put it on the wreath, I wind up squishing it all anyway, so I have to refluff it. So you remember where we cut and we added the ribbon in here? So we don't want that really sticking out as much. And because I glued it from behind, it should help it stay in there pretty good. So you want to just cut it back enough that it still is going to be taut, you know, with the zip tie, but that you don't see this tail out there, this little piece, if that makes sense. Oh, this is computer. Computer doesn't do fingers. Let's rewind it there. All right, so that's kind of how our bow will kind of look. And once we get it on there, we'll fluff it a little bit more. Tails off down here. Oh, look at all my comments zapped all the way up to the beginning on here. Funny. There we go. All right, let's put this baby away and let's get the wreath. And let's see how this is going to be. Oops. My pipe cleaners got tied together. All right, sorry, it's me revamping. So move you guys up a little bit. Let me see how that goes so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to poke this right kind of down right in here in between this webbing and all. And let's see if we got this on the first go or if we have to adjust it. Let's see how this goes. Hey Dawn, how are you? Are you feeling better, my dear? I heard you, when you went on the live, did your little post about how you're not feeling good, all your allergies. I'm lucky, I don't have allergies. Now, when we first met here, I probably did, but I'm not one of those people that takes all kinds of medicine. It's just a me thing. Well, look, we really got to fluff that out. Hold on. Oh, I was like, why am I pulling the wrong one? There we go. All right, so I have it hanging off the table only because I hope this is not freezing on y'all's end as much as it's freezing on mine. Oh, man. Guys, don't go away. Well, I'll just have to use the computer. Yes, the band and the spool holder that I had over here, that I had the ribbon on, and on there. So you just go probowthehand.com, and there you go. I gotta see if I got the right ones because I had the other one in there. I had the one from the the sign, and I think I might have tied it in the wrong one. Yep, I did. Had the wrong one. Now, what I don't like is this. This is way too long, too big. So I will adjust that. For whatever reason, those two are huge. And I have no... So I'm just gonna fold this down because those are really huge. They got really big. Look at the difference. So I will have to adjust that. But let's just get the idea of what this is going to look like on here so you guys could see. And give me your honest opinion, seriously. If you don't like it, you know, be honest. You can't hurt my feelings. Can't hurt my feelings. Oh, look it, I came back over here. It froze on this side. The wreath frame, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby, or maybe it came from Michael's. Yeah, I got it at Christmas time, and it came with the white thingamajigs on it already. I don't know about the bow, y'all. Besides this being too long, and I have to fix that. What do you guys think of the colors? Whoops. Moving in and out. I don't know, it's one of those, I have mixed emotions about it. I like the bow, technically, from here. I like this. But I think these are what's throwing me off because this is so red. I think the bow might be prettier just from here. And taking out these two. No, Barb, it's not gorgeous. No, Joanna, it's not gorgeous. Because, see, I'm critiquing myself. Because look, if we hide, let's just play a game here. If we hide that, and this is what you do. I mean, if you don't like it, look at the difference that the bow makes by just taking those two out. Hey, I agree too. It's just, you know, my whole thing was flip-flops in here, and it gave all the colors kind of in here. But and this is probably why I had such a hard time with this, because I wanted this in here because of the flip-flops, but I just knew it didn't go, but I know just from, see, and it's easy to fix, y'all, because it's called taking it out. And it's not like, it is better without that. And I think that blue is throwing me off. I thought with the colors on it, it would go better. But then, you know, like I said, I kept changing the color of the mesh too. So that takes me out for a loop too. Hope I got the right one again. No, look, I untied the sign. Jeebers. Whoops. That doesn't go here. This is the sign. Let's find the ribbon. Two ribbons. And that's okay. I just kind of knew it wouldn't work. You know, but I thought maybe. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find where these start. Oops. Because I don't put any side. And this is how you can fix it. Not a hard thing. And it's not like I'm not going to use this ribbon. Because I can reuse it. Can iron it. Let's go over there. And these are those two little pieces I had in there. It's good that the glue didn't stick to this. And then I'll take another one, probably. We can fix this baby. See? Carolynne's bloopers. Here we are. difference. Because it's squished. That does. It's just a whole different bow. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. My pipe cleaner didn't get glued, so that's a good thing too. Got a little bit glued, but that's okay. So let me get another one out. You know, I have done that too, Katie. I have a bow that I've had tied here since I don't know how long. And this is what I do. When I cut too many tails or something, I have some little bins. And I'll keep them in here. These are all, I cut too many, or it's extra pieces of ribbon that wasn't enough of. So I call this like my spring summer box. And then I have like a fall, I have a drawer. And if, you know, it gets all yucky like this, I just go ahead and I will iron it. But that's what I do. I keep them like in little containers like this. Like I have extra flowers or something like that. I also keep in containers because it's just remnants. And I don't want to throw it away. There's no reason to. So, should we put a 2.5 inch underneath this? Because we can fix that. Do you guys like it with the black? I know Sally did before. Do you think the black underneath it? Definitely don't need red. I think I want to put the black underneath it. Yeah, I know. I think there were two of you that all said the black, right? You can pretend this is tires. White tires. You know, they got white walls. Maybe the polka dot. I think, who said the polka dot, the black polka dot before? Maybe the black polka dot, just to bring something different in there. Because there's so much stripe. I mean, I have 3 stripes and 2 polka dots. Let's do the polka dots. Why not? That way I don't have this being the same color as that. You know, same pattern. Because it might blend in more. The black zigzag. But I was thinking like a 2 inch, just to give it a good base. Sally? So before I cut that off, oops, something fell. This is called a hand bow. 10, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to make this 6. About 6. Yep, I think 6 works better. So there's the hand bows. It's the same thing like using the Easy Bow Maker, but only you're doing it by hand. Now instead of, you could flip it and do it. I'm this type of person that likes to bring it from behind. Too skilled at it. This here is like, eey. But I'll measure it up like that. And what do I have on the bottom here? I have 1. So I want to do at least 2 loops of this. Okay. And this is about 6 inches on each side. So we had it at, I think at 7 before, and I made it a little bit smaller this time. Just because I thought it was too big anyway. Boy, this stuff. Yeah, I'm trying it. Why not? Can't go wrong. And just redo it again. Oh my God, this is stiff. Hold on, because I'm not going to be able to hold this. Oh my gosh, hold on. Bodabra to the rescue. Get in there, Bodabra. Oh, it's squinched up that. There we go. Come here, come here. Where's my bottom piece? It's paint. I call it paint. I don't know. I guess it's paint. I don't know what they call it. Hold on, let me measure. Don't like that one. Hold on, because I popped it in wrong. Let me do it again. Hold on. It's so thick in your fingers that it makes it hard to bend and manipulate. But the Bodabra is to my rescue. And see, it does the same thing. So if you can't afford one thing or you like something better, use it. I started making bows on this. This is what I started on, with the Bodabra. And it's my buddy. Alright, so let's fix this baby. Oh, can you hear my dog? She's digging in her dog bed. It probably would help if I take that out. Just weasel these around a little bit. I do like that much better. It was just the flip-flops. It just didn't float my boat, and that blue did not float my boat. It was the wrong color blue. The flip-flops didn't really go. I mean, they kind of did, but not as what I thought it would be. All right. Oh, goodness. I'm just going to, whoops. Hold on. A piece of glue. Let me cut that baby off. Come here. This time I'm just going to use the pipe cleaner where I put it between. Put it on an angle. You can do it however you want, same as the zip tie. Make sure I'm not getting that thing from below. Squish it together. Where are you? Where are you? Same thing. Stay down there. Let the bow do it. And then you just twist it. I'm twisting it the right way. I switched hands. And let the bow twist it so you don't hurt your wrists. Okay? This one I'm just going to keep in my hands and bring everything down and do it via hand-wise instead of pulling out the fluff box again. So this is me being fast, or trying to be fast. There we go. Oops, curled out. I hate that when that curls that little bit on the edge and you're like, oh. Where are you, little black one? See, this took a while to do, but it came together. Coming together. And this is my indecisiveness on this one. But it worked out. Just one of those wreaths, you get like a brain freeze in your brain about it. And it's just like, you just got to work through it. And then it starts little by little coming together. Alright, so let's put this baby back on here. I do like it much better. Look. Can you guys see? I gotta wait till it comes up on the screen. See, without that flip-flop in there, it's so much better. Let me ankle it up a little bit. 10-second delay. Hold on. It's just much better. The colors flow. The green flows, the yellow flows, the black, it ties it in. You got the red, and then you got the other green in there. Flip-flop did not work for me, even though I really wanted it to. It did not go. And it is what it is. That happens. I'm just glad it was at the bottom of the ribbon and not somewhere in between, because that would be more of a pain to try to take it out. All right, let's thread this baby through. Top and bottom this time. Whoops, there's one. And those other ones from the sign, I will cut those off, like I said, so don't worry about it. Come here, where are you? And I'm putting this right over where the other and see, I want to keep this out because it kind of, you know, when you do, what is it, you do the boutonnieres and the corsages, that's what it kind of reminds me of. I'm going to flip it and destroy the ribbon. I think so. Guys, you guys have been so patient with this. I wanted to do, or how I wanted to do it, I should say. Usually, you know, like I said, I'm pretty good and I try to have it all ready for you guys, but this was just one of those ones where I went, and I almost did the other patriotic one I was going to last night. I said I'll probably do this on my next live. I like to keep true to my word, even though I could have changed my mind, you know, but which way you turned? This way. All right, so let's cut some of these tails. Is it green next? Now I like to make it, ooh, God, I almost cut my finger. So that you can see the other one underneath, kind of like cascading. So that you can see it underneath. And we'll see how this looks. And then I can always cut them shorter. I don't want these like drapingly long. The tails, that is, because I don't think this wreath requires something like that. If you get my picture. Almost done. Oh my gosh. This is one of those wreaths. You took forever. This is one of those forever wreaths. All right, let me stand up. And I'm going to hold it up. I'll stand behind me so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. Because I think that would give a better look at it. I'm just, whoops. Which way you turn? That way. I'm just giving a little bit. All right, let me put it on the wreath stand. This wreath that was up there. And then I'll pull it back so you guys can see, get the full picture of it. Hold on. Tails flipped. Alright. Oh my god, I got ribbon all over the floor. Alright, let's see if I can do it right from here without moving you guys back some. Much better without that in there. Like we always do, we'll be fluffing this till the day we die. I pity, I know this is going to sound morbid, if I die, my husband has to fluff all these bows to sell them or something. That would be funny. Alright. I think that works. So much better. Oh, you guys have horrible lighting, don't you? Here. Oh, I can't. Which way can you not see it? So that is what it is. I see more of a shadow on this side, that's why. And I don't have a Mevo. I can't zoom you guys in or anything like that. I have to move it one day. If I'm lucky enough, I will get one. So I think that's it, guys. I'll do this so you can see it. Maybe that might help in the light better. Where are we? Go up and to my left. Up and to the left, Carolynne. Can't see if I got the sign. I think it's a little wonky, but I think that's better. Actually, look at this. The way these go, it's like forms like a star. I just noticed that. Did you guys see that? I just noticed that. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. I just noticed that, how it like the points actually just meet enough to form like the Star of David. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost like the Star of David. Yeah. How funny. All right, you guys. So we're going to call it an evening. And thank you for hanging out. I know this took a lot longer, and that was because we were going back and forth with the ribbons and stuff. It does. Isn't that kind of cool? I didn't realize that. And I do like it with the gray on there. I think the gray kind of softens it so it's not so much red, but I think it came out pretty cool. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, everybody. I know. It's just one of my things. I'm like the type of person that I like to have everything all set and go. And when I'm indecisive, one color or something, you know, and I like to keep you guys involved with ribbons and stuff. But this was a really, I don't know why I was so indecisive of what to do for the base and the ribbons. I don't know why. Just one of those, whatever. In the nut house. I mean, come on. This is what happens when you're in the nighttime. Yes, I'll see you later, Tom. Yes, you guys. Thank you again. And thank you for the nice comments and stuff on it. I really appreciate you hanging out. And this is Carolynne from NonnasNuttykrafts saying good night and have a nice week. Bye-bye. And weekend, too.